Hello Sagittarius, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do a forecast for New Year 2019. I'm going to draw one card for each month and we'll see how it's going to sort of work out for you. I just feel like shuffling a little bit longer and then we'll get your first card. And your first card for January, dear Sagittarius, is Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is the Earth's energy. It's Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn. However, it could actually describe you. Maybe you will be, carrying those characteristics of this card. And characteristics of this card is just, usually it's depict a single woman, very independent woman. Even if you're in a couple, maybe you've got a partner in your life, you might be so independent that it feels like you're single. Usually it's a woman maybe after divorce and with a good settlement, and she's really happy. She doesn't mind being single. That's what the main feature of this woman. She's enjoying her single life. She surrounds herself with beautiful items. She lives in a nice place, wears nice clothes, goes to nice restaurants and drinks a good wine. Here we are. So it could be for you, dear Sagittarius, that's how you project yourself to the world in January. It could be someone for the men. It could be a possible partner. For ladies, it could be someone in your environment, who is significant for you in January. Maybe a friend, but yeah, so it could be either you yourself, that's the way you project yourself to the world, or it could be someone in your environment. For men, as I said, it could be a lady, new lady in your life, or lady from 2018, and she's very significant for you in January. For February, I've got a death card. I've just done the sign of Aries and they had death card in exactly the same position. Time of transformation. Something which hasn't been serving you for a long time. Like a dead wood. It's died. It's time to get rid of it. It's time to, if it's a job which you ages ago know that it's no good for you and you're fed up and it's time to get rid of it. If it's relationship, then they're dead already, time to get rid of them. And maybe that's why we got a card of single woman there. Even in relationship, as I said, I haven't even seen this card before. I mentioned that maybe even if you are in a relationship, it feels like you're single. So time to get rid of dead wood. Time to transform, time of new beginning, new start, maybe starting a new life as a single person, or maybe meeting someone new and starting a new chapter in your life. If it's a job, career, maybe you're changing job and career, getting rid of the old one which is not serving anymore, is not bringing any more happiness, is not giving you any satisfaction anymore. And starting something new project, maybe new career, new job, new relationship. Very nice. It's also a card of freedom because I always see that card when they say transformation, when we say it's like a butterfly comes out of the cocoon. So she spreads her wings and she can fly now. So get rid of any heavy burden on you, heavy load on you, any dead wood, as I said earlier, and just fly, get your freedom. Card of Two of Pentacles in March, it will be either financial balance, you will have to keep the financial balance, juggling, maybe taking from one account, covering money, covering another account, loans, I don't know, mortgages, that sort of things. But you will do your job really well because you're not going to drop any of those pentacles, so you will be juggling them really well. It doesn't say that there's a lot of money, but whatever you have, you will be using them very efficiently. It's also a card of juggling maybe two jobs, maybe job and you know, house, home, household, family and children or something like this, you know, that might be sort of really difficult in months of in March. But it also talks about emotional sort of balance, disbalance or balance, trying to keep that when emotions, it's like a roller coaster. It's like one day you're sort of very excited, you're very happy, next day you've got your doubts, you're a little bit depressed, not feeling it. So yeah, that sort of energy in March. Let's see what we have for you for April. And we have Seven of Swords, card of... there's a lot of meanings about this card. One of them, it could be you yourself being savvy. I often say, you know, if you want to leave the relationship, for example, or work, and you want to avoid any drama, what would you do? You would just go back home when your partner is not there, pack your suitcase, take what you think is yours, and you disappear. Maybe you will leave a message, maybe not. The same you can do with your work or job which you really hate and just want to get rid of it and don't want even to face that questioning of your managers, why you're leaving or what that. You just pack your bags and you leave after everyone's gone at 6 o'clock, and you next morning you just send them an email with your resignation note. That sort of energy I see here. It's being sneaky, being savvy, being sometimes cards of very analytical, because he planned that you know, trick. This soldier, he's gone to someone else's camp and he picked up their weapons, he weakened them. So he had that planning something, analyzing, you know, being savvy. But in a straight sort of straight meaning of this card is, as someone is a thief around you, really literally be very careful with your possessions, close the windows, close the doors. Particularly if you go somewhere on holiday or somewhere, it could be something can be stolen from you, pin codes, you know, anything like that. Swords, I know there's a lot about these cards I can talk about next morning. Swords is also about our mental state, and it could be your intellectual property could be stolen, maybe your ideas, maybe your coursework or something. If you're a student, you've done your work and someone signed their name underneath. Someone been, you know, sneaky, watched what you're writing and picked up your ideas from your essay, that sort of stuff. Or if you're working in a, you know, academia somewhere, someone could steal your work, you know, something you've been working, your research. I better stop. I better stop. Right, let's see what we have for May, for Sagittarius. And your card for May is the Moon card. Well, having Seven of Swords and the Moon card, yes, there are some sort of something which is not, which is hidden from you. You got that sense that something is not right, but you don't know what it is. It's just your gut feeling, you know, that sixth sense tells you that, yeah, something is not right. I really need to find out and get things out. It's card of deceit, here we are. Card of secrets, and you want to find out those secrets. You feel like you're a little bit in a foggy situation because the moonlight is not very clear. It's also tend to distort the object, the shape of the objects, the moonlight. So you might see the situation actually distort. You don't see it clearly what's going to happen. Sign of both, actually, a sign of Cancer and Scorpio. Both of them are, you know, depicted often on this card. could be significant, but I see it's with all this stealing or sort of being all this sneaky around. You feel that there is someone around you might be sneaky, and you feel it. Let's see what we have for you in June. And you card, yeah, you will find out. Right, of course. So yes, someone being sneaky around you, you feel it, you want to find out, and you will in June. Everything will come out. That some sort of chance, fate, karma helps you. You see that hand from the heaven will give you that sword, which will allows you to get into the core of the matter, to get the truth out, to get the clarity. Something, you know, out of the blue will help you, you know, spirit, you know, probably will be some angel guardian, someone will help you there to, you will get that chance to find out. What was all this sneaky, who was this sneaky person around you? What was hidden? What lies were told to you? You will find out all that in June. Let's see what we have in July. And we have Two of Cups. Fantastic. It's actually, if it's work-wise, it could be very good union. It's working cooperation with someone, good union. Even if it's at work, it could be just your colleagues and you two working really well together. Maybe you're sort of pushing some project together really well. It could be a new soulmate in your life. Someone comes, it's could be a romantic card, exchanging cups, but Two of Cups is slightly different to the Lovers card. Lovers is the major arcana card. Here is very sort of soul connection. It's where the Lovers card is more sort of physical connection, sexual energy there. Here it will be someone you would be spending nights along talking. And there will be so much to discuss, and you would enjoy each other's company, just talking, sharing experiences, maybe, you know, discussing, exchanging your plans for future. And it will be so, you will be so in tune with each other, you know. You'll be saying, oh, but I am the same. Yeah, I want to go to do this, and I want to do that. Have you been there? Have you? And you would just be talking and talking and talking. It's your soulmate. And in August, we have a Six of Cups, another positive card. Card of children. Children could be very significant for you in August. Of course, in you know, some schools are breaking, so children are around, and maybe you will be spending more time with them. Going on holiday maybe, or something with your children in August. But it's also a card which talks about the past. Someone from the past might turn up into your life, someone, but it's all will be very positive. It will be very sort of, very nice and pleasant. It could be an old friend you haven't seen for a long, long time, maybe from school, from college, university. Could be, you know, your old sibling, relative, maybe your brother who maybe lives in a different country, or sister, and they will come and visit you in August, and you will be just talking about your childhood, spending a good time together, talking about past, reminiscing. It also, even if it's an ex, all of a sudden appears, you know, on your horizon. This time, even if you split up and you two maybe ended up not very positively, not very good, this time this person appears in your life. He will be asking for forgiveness, he will be asking for reconciliation, so it will be all very positive, because Cups is all about love, about joy, and you've got six of them. And the way they on this card, they're all full of flowers. Flowers is the, you know, flowers of our life, bring positivity into our life. And in September, for Sagittarius, we have 10 of Swords. I didn't expect that after those cards. Well, it's a card of betrayal. Someone really will upset you. I feel really heavy now. Well, I hate negative cards. I really don't like talk about negativity, but it's not really. If it's that person, maybe if it's all end up really good, then probably not the right person for you. Or maybe if you find out about those lies, someone being sneaky in April, then you will find out that this maybe later in a year you will find out that what this person actually been up to, and you feel betrayed, you feel really hurt. It might not be connected to this sort of part, it might be connected to this sneaky energy, the moon energy there, which is in April, May, and it's only in September you will find out what was actually happening behind your back, and you will feel betrayed. The only thing is, it's number 10, that's the only positivity about it. 10 is the end of the cycle in numerology, so it's over now. It's time for you maybe to enjoy that new relationship, spending time with your children or with someone, you know, maybe your sibling from the past. So try to sort of gather yourself, try to sort of recover from this trauma, from this pain, from this betrayal, hurt. I think you need a sort of healing, recovering. I don't want 2 cards, so I'll put them back and I'll try to get my own card, not the one cards tell me takes. Right, in October we have 7 of Pentacles, card of reassessment. So after that it's time of deep thinking, revaluation, reassessment of what is a real value for you, what has got a proper value. Pentacles is all about resources, but it also talks about values, and you will be doing that sort of soul searching and evaluating, you know, all what's happening. You know, events like that, they put us into that sort of mood when we're reevaluating friendship, reevaluating relationship, and thinking about future and how we're going to move into the future. What, you know, what are we going to base our sort of future on what values. And in November we got card of Justice. Justice is the Judgment, sorry, not the Justice. Judgment is a card of reincarnation, rejuvenation. I think that you will leave that behind you. It's a card of second chance. You will see the call. Maybe something will wake you up. You probably will be in quite philosophical mood in October. You know, reflecting and reevaluating, and here it's time. That's what the angel tells you. Hello, wake up, it's time to start. It's a time to start moving forward, move on, wake up, wakey, wake up from this sort of dormant state, you know. Get your energy back, start moving forward, you know, get on with your life. Second chance is given to you. It's a major arcana card, so very significant message for you. Card of awakening for you. I think that those events, you know, they will sort of put you into sort of low mood, and this angel with his trumpet will wake you up, tells you, you know, you need to wake up, you need to start moving forward again. And see what happens in December for you. You've got 5 of Swords, card of the victory. Maybe victory over yourself, actually being able to overcome all these problems, trauma, and sort of shaking up and getting rid of the people which you don't think are serving to you, and sort of standing there strong with your swords, which is your mental state. So you mentally become stronger. You got rid of people which you don't think are maybe they're good for you in your life, and you know, I know it's painful to get rid of some people because it hurts, but I think it was necessary for you, and that's how you're going to finish the year, dear Sagittarius, with a victory, with the swords in your hand. Well, that's all I have for you, dear Sagittarius. I advise you watch this video during the year because there are some messages, there are some advices for you which might be useful for you during the year, because I think you will only remember a couple of months, first couple of months, and then you will forget for the rest. So watch during the year and see how it resonates with you. I just want to say thank you to all of you for being with me during this year, for all your likes, subscriptions, likes, messages, comments, everything, for support to my channel, and Happy New Year to all of you. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next year. Goodbye.